Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Taurus, this is for you, and I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. For your key to the week this week, you have the Fool card as well. So the Fool card has been really active this week. It's the major arcana that's come up most for the keys to the week, and I have a big feeling that that is to do with the fact that we are now in Aries season. All right, so for you, my dear Taurians, the Fool card is new. Well, for everybody, it's new things, new places, new people, new energies. But this is also a restart, a reboot, a reset in some way, shape or form. This is a way that you get to really tap into the energy that is available to you. And also this could be a week where the potential that there is in things, in opportunities, in people, in connections, in partnerships, suddenly it starts to feel like it's all there for the taking. This could be a really powerful week for new opportunities, for building new bridges, but also for redos, for restarts in some way. This could be a time where you really decide to do something in a different way to the way that you've done it before. And the energy that you need in order to make that happen is available to you, which is actually very, very exciting. For your if you are a continued subby, you know I love you for it. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. For your actions and options this week, you have the Page of Wands. This is a lot of new, fiery, dynamic energy. Now, although the sun moving through the sign of Aries is technically in your, certainly from your ascendant, to a lesser degree the sun and the moon, but still relevant. To a lesser degree the sun and the moon, but still relevant. What I will say to you is, the Page of Wands as an actions card, this is about you tapping into your own innate energy, but it's also an energy of you tapping into what really makes you you. This could be you tapping into your own stream of consciousness this week, especially with the Fool card. This could be an idea that just absolutely captivates you, that you decide to really run with. This could also be that you have, and I will say this as well, if this week you have intuitive messages for people, go ahead and give them to them, especially with energy moving through the 12th house for you, which is a very psychic space. It's a liminal space. It's an unseen or a hidden or an in-between in some way, right? So if you get messages from the beyond this week, absolutely give them to people. I think even you may be surprised at how sort of bang on the money those messages are. That being said, this is really asking you to put pen to paper, get creative this week, right? Brainstorm, start creating things, create mood boards, vision boards, like any kind of board, right? As long as you're tapping into your creativity this week, I think your results could be absolutely phenomenal. For your communications and conversations, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So you're having to expand everything this week, right? And there is opportunities for you to grow things. There are opportunities for you to expand on what you're already doing, to make it better, to give yourself more scope, but also to see what this could be a week where through your connections with people, or rather it's about you getting the most out of your connections with people. So this week, I urge you to hit up your network, right? Check in with your people. Who do you know that does that thing that you need? Who do you know that can point you in the right direction? This is a week to reach out to your people or to your network, because this card is about proliferation, but it's also about getting the most out of what you already have. What that looks like, especially with the Fool card, for some of you, this could be realizing that someone within your network of friends, colleagues, collaborators, etc., actually has a skill or a talent that you could really utilize for something that you're doing at this moment in time. Now, for those of you that are studying, that Queen of Pentacles does look like you're having to rethink your budget this week, right? So one way that this might show up for you, maybe you realize, actually, you know what? I don't think living at halls or, renting a dorm is going to be, financially viable. Maybe you have to stay home in order to study. Maybe you start to realize that actually, you know what, if I stay home because of what I'm going to pay in travel, it doesn't make sense. I may as well just rent a dorm, or, this is you really looking at the financial aspects of what it's going to take for you to go to school or go back to school if you're planning to. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could also be an earth sign woman, a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. So whenever we see the Fool card with a court card, this is somebody that we don't know yet that is coming into our lives. So for those of you that are working for somebody else as an employee, this could literally be, it could be a new boss, but it could just as easily be somebody that joins you in the workplace. It could be, a new friend. It could be a new colleague. It could be that a sibling brings home, a new partner, etc. There's some way that this is likely to bring a new person into your life. And, on the work sphere, this could be somebody with skills and talents that you could absolutely utilize. This could be skills and talents that you could utilize. So for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, one way that this might show up for you is you could start to see where you are either not utilizing the funds or the resources that you have to best effect. It could be that this week you realize somewhere that you're absolutely bleeding money. It could just as easily be, though, that you find a way to turn a disadvantage to your advantage and then turn, a minus into a plus in some way. This is likely to do with your finances. It could also be that you're connecting with an earth sign woman that has either really good information for you. And, this could be because a lot of you are, you're already earth signs, right? You've already got that Taurus energy if you're watching this video, but this could be an additional earth sign that could really help or assist you in some way. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, again, really paying attention to the funds, the resources, the money. But also for a lot of you, especially with that Page of Wands there, this is about enjoyment. This is about fun. It's about really having that sensual Taurian, pleasure that you guys enjoy. And, when we say that, when we say like sensual pleasure, I think we've just been programmed to think of food and sex. There's so much more, like the scope for what Taurians are about and what Taurus energy encapsulate is so much broader than that. So think outside the box, right? For your love and relations, you have the Death card. Okay, so for those of you that are single, maybe their love life is a little DOA. That being said, look at this, right? You've got this with the Page of Wands. For those of you that are single and feeling really single, this could be a week where you're saying, you know what, I am not holding back. I'm going to get out there. Yes, the love life is stagnant at the moment, but I'm going to do something about that. I'm going to make it what it can possibly be. You've got a lot of energy, a lot of passion, a lot of fire, a lot of vigor. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, so I don't actually feel like this speaks to the end of a relationship this week. I feel like it speaks to the end of an issue or some sort of grit in the relationship, right? So what do I mean by that? When you've got like a tiny little piece of grit in your shoe, and it's like everything else is fine, but you've got that one little piece of grit and it just really gets on your nerves and it kind of ruins your whole experience of what you're doing. This week, you're able to shake the piece of grit out of your shoe, right? And this is going to be through some form of communication, because there's a lot of steadiness here in these cards. There's action and passion, yes, absolutely, but it's all anchored by that Queen of Pentacles who knows what she's doing, right? There's an energy of surety and stability and security here. For your money and materials, you've got the Seven of Cups. So be careful this week of overspending or overindulging. Maybe even a little bit of both, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta. All right, especially if it has, because for some of you, you're going to reason this is actually something that I need, and I'm all for it. Like if you need a new jacket, Make sure that jacket is super practical, but it looks damn good too, right? This week, you're going to try to reason away how much you're spending on something. And if it is something that you need, then yes, it's absolutely justified. You don't need 24 karat gold plated cutlery, right? You can eat off of, you know, 45-pound cutlery that looks just as nice. I guess maybe that's not a great example. Like, you need the cutlery, you just don't need it to be 24 karat gold plated, right? So this week, wherever it is that you're having to buy something, yes, overindulge, maybe even spend a little more than you usually would, but don't push it too far. The Seven of Cups has a tendency to make us believe that we need more than we actually do. With that Queen of Pentacles, like, Taurus out here doing the most, okay? Like, this I'm jesting with you, but I'm also not, because it's like you really are trying to rationalize and, well, you know, I absolutely do need these 24 karat gold plated cutlery, Raf, like I just do, you know, and the china has to be, you know, imported from wherever in the world, right? Just be mindful of that, because you could kind of convince yourself, you could drink your own Kool-Aid this week, all right? Just watch out. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, yes, you can have all of the sensual pleasures and do all of the things, right? You can totally enjoy, but if you overdo it this week, you will know about it very quickly. And I would urge those of you that are partnered, this is not a week to get overly drunk. You may end up doing or saying something that upsets your significant other, or vice versa, right? And, you know, just now when you're getting rid of this grip from the shoe, probably not a wise idea. When it comes to your home and environment, the Seven of Cups is nice for home because it suggests that you have more options, like things are opening up for you, but you're starting to get clear on what is superfluous in the home sphere. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.